Hello, welcome back. This is Kenshin1913, and this is the finale of Let's Play Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. In the last episode, we started where we're trying to figure out what Blue Falcone is doing with 7 and 7, as we try to hire 3 lawyers to take on supposedly a very tough case. So now that what were we doing? Yes, now here's Volturo.
Volturo! Funny seeing you here.
I was on my way to meeting Mother over at the Cheesecake Stockade. Well, it is my birthday, after all.
Hey, what would you think about trying one case for 7 and 7?
Laughable. You couldn't afford me.
Well, what would it take?
Well, it is my birthday, after all. Perhaps a present could persuade me.
Ah, interesting. Volturo wants a present.
Attaboy, Birdman.
Yeah, so Volturo, an evil genius turned lawyer, the perfect addition to the 7 and 7 legal team. It seems today is his birthday. So why don't we give him a present? Yeah, let's give him the present. So let's present him with the present.
A gift for me? How appropriately delightful. A Birdman, you have yourself a deal.
Really? That's it? Okay, go on up to the cafeteria.
And look at that. We got Volturo. Now we just need one other lawyer. And what we need to do now is present the magnifying glass on that thing we couldn't look at before, if you remember correctly. And we got a profile. Look who it is.
It's beautifully tiny, Birdman.
Myron Reducto, also voiced by Stephen Colbert in the cartoon show, but not this thing. Myron Reducto, the master of all things small.
Oh, yes, do more.
I found his...
I'll make you teeny, Birdman. It's large and gross.
Yeah, so he loves all things small. Myron Reducto does. So what we need to do is call him. So what we have to do is head over to Harvey's office. And use Myron Reducto's present...
It's beautifully tiny, Birdman.
Present his thing on here.
Reducto?
How did you get this number?
You gave it to me. Look, I know you're employed by Freezoid, but I was wondering, if you'd be interested in trying a case for 7 and 7?
Interesting prospect. Joining forces, coming together, reducing the competition, giving everyone else the tiniest of chances.
Well, sure.
Here it is, Birdman. I will temporarily join your firm if you can show me something of minute interest.
That's it?
I will await in your office with anticipation.
Alright, so now we gotta show Reducto something really teeny tiny. Well, first I think we need to talk with him. If my memory serves me correct. Yeah, so Reducto, he was voiced by Stephen Colbert in the cartoon show, but for this game, I guess they couldn't afford Colbert to do, or he didn't want to do it for the game.
So, hand it over. Do you have it?
Oh, right. You wanted something that I think would impress you.
Alright, so now we need to show him something that he would be impressed with. Let's show him Inch Eye Private Eye.
Missed it by an inch.
What about this guy? He's really small.
That thing again. He's so perfectly itsy-bitsy. Get him out of my sight! You win, Birdman. I'll work on your case.
Alright, so we have all 3 lawyers. Now let's head to Phil's office.
So, I hired Freezoid, Volturo, and Reducto for the case. 3 of the best lawyers I could find, just like you asked.
It seems so strange that you would follow such orders.
Well, you told me. I mean, for the firm.
Exactly. While I am sitting here trying to run this firm, you are off padding your bank account with the dreams of our
What are you
employees.
talking about?
I think you're slightly confused here.
Not at all, Birdman. You are being charged with embezzling money from 7 and 7.
Embezzling?
Yes, stealing money from the firm. We have your current bank accounts which prove this.
We?
The lawyers you just hired are for the case of 7 and 7 versus Birdman. We will see you in court!
Wow, what a turn of events. The lawyers Harvey hired are going to try to put him in jail for embezzlement. Look at him.
Psst, guys, a 3-against-1 prosecution team? Against Birdman? Hardly necessary.
Your Honor, we've been hired to try Birdman on the grounds that he's been stealing money from 7 and 7.
But I'm innocent.
Your call. Examination of the defendant.
Uh-oh.
So, Harvey, you declare your innocence, but let me declare the following evidence to the court. Your current bank statement and this invoice from a local auction house.
Your Honor, this invoice was signed by a Harvey Birdman and included all transactions made with the auction house.
And this bank statement?
It shows a larger than normal deposit made to Harvey Birdman's bank account.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, with this evidence we conclude that Birdman sold the items to be auctioned, depositing the swollen earnings in his own turgid bank account where it grew very, very large indeed.
Speak.
Don't I get to examine the evidence?
Why not? It might be your last time as a free man. 5-minute break!
Alright, so now Harvey is being tried for embezzlement. Here's the auction house receipt. This is a long list of 7 and 7 assets sold at the local auction house. The payment was made at 7 and 7. Some of the items include computers, desks, copy machines, blah, 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 blah. This is a piece of evidence that says Harvey Birdman made a deposit into his account. Same day 7 and 7 assets were sold to the local auction house. Huh, interesting. But Harvey had nothing to do with this, for he is not the guy in charge.
Maybe I should let Reducto know that Blue Falcone isn't planning on paying any of them.
Yeah, all three of the lawyers are being used by Blue Falcone. This is one of 7-7's plants from the front building. I would know anyway. Those green lights, brownish planted thing, and that dirt. Brrr. All right, so let's look. Let's call Reducto.
It's beautifully tiny, Birdman. Hello?
Hey, it's Harvey. Listen, I don't think Falcone is planning to pay any of you for this case.
What? Wait a second. This is a trick, isn't it? Thought yourself clever, eh, Birdman?
No, I just...
Your plan failed, Birdman. But just to be sure, I will reduce this prosecution team to a more manageable size. Done!
Okay, I guess that works.
So it looks like Harvey's gonna try to get these lawyers to turn against each other. Let's talk to Freezoid.
You do realize that I'm innocent.
Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Innocent, guilty, somebody has to defend them.
But I hired you.
Yeah, I bet that's a whole kick in the pants for you.
So, where is Falcone right now?
What is it with you guys? It's like you're obsessed with each other. Freezoid, work for Falcone. Freezoid, prosecute Birdman. Freezoid, where's Falcone? And all the masks and the sidekicks, the whole thing is kind of sick.
Yeah, it is a little weird, isn't it?
Freezoid, I feel I should warn you about Falcone.
Okay, nice play, Harv, but stop. I know what you're doing.
You do?
You're trying to turn us against each other, stirring the pot up. Well, it's a good try, but it's not going to work.
But that wasn't what I was doing at all.
Whatever. But I will keep my eye on Reducto.
Ooh, okay, so we're having the lawyers turn against each other, showing them that Blue Falcone is the real villain. Look at him.
Got him! And then there were two. All righty then, breaks over. Have any questions, Birdman?
Let's see, should we inquire about what here? I'm thinking the bank statement? No, not Blue Falcone. The invoice. The bank statement.
When is that statement from?
Today, and not more than a few hours ago, actually.
That must have been the bonus I got for hiring Freezoid, Reducto, and Volturo. Does the statement say the money came from this auction house?
Actually, the deposit was made by 7 and 7, although the invoice from the auction house was also made to 7 and 7. Somehow you redirected the money to your account.
Interesting. What should I inquire about? How about the invoice? Yeah, let's do the invoice.
This invoice is so small. I can't read any of it.
You have a problem with things that are small, Birdman?
I just want to be able to read it. Oh, I can.
Alright, so yeah, how can we look at it? With a magnifying glass, of course.
This name signed at the bottom isn't mine. It says, Senor Antonio de Rivera Garcia Azul.
Oh, does it now? And who would that be?
And who would this Senor Antonio de Rivera Garcia Azul be? Of course, he's the Blue Falcone.
Senor Antonio de Rivera Garcia Azul is the full name of Blue Falcone.
Names? Facts? What do they prove?
Your Honor, I'd like to call Blue Falcone to the stand.
Just need to reach out and grab him with mind-takery. Add this file box to evidence.
Ooh. What did he have on him? What is this?
Do not touch my things.
This cardboard box is filled with real 7 and 7 stock certificates, all made out to fill Ken 7.
Does the prosecution want to examine the defendant?
Is that me now?
Yes, bingo.
About time. Whew. Prepare for a not-so-healthy slathering of justice. Tell the court what you've done since taking over 7 and 7.
Of course. The first thing I did was look over the accounting records. I quickly noticed that 7 and 7 was heading towards bankruptcy. I made it my mission to keep the firm afloat by selling off some unused assets. I would hate for Mr. Phil to come back from his vacation to a ruined empire.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. Him coming back, and there's nothing. But this isn't Harvey's fault. This is his. So let's figure out what we need to do here. What is he lying about? So let's press this.
So, you admit to being the one that sold assets to the auction house.
Yes, I do. I sold everything that I deemed useless. It was all just garbage collecting dust.
Really, just garbage collecting dust? I don't know about that. Let's present the, no, not that. Where is it? This. No. This thing.
So, would you consider copy machines, filing cabinets, desks, computers, and toilets as useless?
Of course, if it means to save the firm, sacrifices must be made.
But how will we work in this kind of environment?
That is why we must also make some pay cuts.
Oh, we're gonna make pay cuts too? I don't think about it, Falcone. Let's press him here.
Pay cuts? Who is getting a pay cut?
So far, I have had to cut the pay of Potamus, Peanut, and Bird Girl. Everyone else has been laid off.
But Peanut and Potamus seem content.
Ah, see. I supplemented their pay reduction with 7 and 7 stocks. In the end, all is fair.
Alright, cool. So let's present the fake stocks to him to show him that these are fake.
Is this what you are handing out? This fake stock certificate?
Fake, you say? But I copied it from a real one.
You crossed out Phil 7 and wrote in Peanut.
Okay, let me try this one more time.
Alright, so this is your last chance, Blue Falcone.
I noticed that 7 and 7 was nearly bankrupt. By firing most of the staff, enforcing pay cuts, and selling useless assets, I managed to add some time before its demise. All of the money I have saved is going back into the firm to pay myself and key personnel.
Alright, let's get him. He's lying somewhere. Alright, so let's go here and let's press him here.
So, just how much do you make during this crisis?
Just enough to pay for a humble living and send some money to my family.
And, that's it?
That is it.
Really, is that it? You haven't been using it on frivolous spending, are you sure about that? Let's present this no, where is it? This right here.
So, how do you explain these? Receipts detailing the purchase of 100,000 units of Bronze Deluxe cream.
Huh? Those? Well, you see, I mean, what I was going to do was very simple. Objection! Is all of this really necessary? All my client/boss wants to do is keep the dreams of 7 and 7 alive. So maybe he bought a few tubes of this tanning creme. Is that a crime?
It was 100,000 tubes!
I agree. We don't know for certain where the money came from, and we have yet to determine a motive.
Correct. Unless Birdman can reveal to the court why Blue Falcone would want to disassemble 7 and 7, I'll have to request the case be thrown out.
I was going to say that,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
but you already did!
Ooh. Freezoid is...
This is better than Sweeps Week. But I do have to agree with Stan. Harvey, you need to prove motive.
I thought I did. I mean, he bought 100,000 tubes of tanning cream.
Oh, look who it is.
Birdman, we found the final piece of evidence you need to slam this case.
All right, just in time, Bird Girl saves the day. What is this? Blueprints for a tanning salon storefront.
This looks like plans for Blue Falcone to start his own tanning salon business. Ha! He was embezzling to get the funds to start his own company.
This is preposterous. You cannot prove any of this. In fact, I have been in contact with Mr. Phil this whole time about the new 7 and 7 tanning salon. We have exchanged many emails and how do you say it, IMS? This whole law thing just does not have much of a future.
You just made your final mistake. I can prove everything. Hopefully.
All right, so how did Blue Falcone just incriminate himself? Basically, if you remember Phil's itinerary, Phil can't receive IMs. That is the correct answer.
Behold, this copy of Phil's vacation plans. It says right here that the island he's staying on doesn't have computers or telephones. So there's no way to send him an instant message.
Objection. No, let the Birdman have his victory.
You admit that you were the one selling off 7 and 7 for personal gain?
Yes. You have defeated me honorably. I graciously turn myself over to the compassions of the court.
Wow.
But why do all of this to 7 and 7?
Oh, I wanted to make a lot of money quickly and be my own boss. It's not that hard to figure out. Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, go.
Look at you, Birdman, winning a case. Now everybody out! I've got rehearsal tonight with the band.
So look at that. We were able to prove Blue Falcone guilty.
So that just about does it.
Way to go, Birdman. It makes me proud to be a member of the Bird team.
Look at him.
Yeah. Me too.
Me too!
See, me too.
Trouble in the tropics. I have to sell everything to make money fast. Ha ha! Liquid assets. Seriously, you're all fired.
Oh, poor Harvey gets blown up. Classic Harvey Birdman action right there. So yeah, that was it. That's the last case. I hope you've enjoyed this game. It was amazing. But I will be showing one bonus episode. Yeah. So yeah, this has been Let's Play Harvey Birdman. I hope you enjoyed it. It was very fun. It's definitely a game you could probably play twice, like literally in a few hours, and then never have to play it again. But it's totally worth it. If you like the show, this is like right up your alley. This is super fun. And yeah, I just think
Birdman, get in here.
I don't know, I just think it's really fun. And it reminds me, of course, of Ace Attorney or Phoenix Wright or whatever. So, yeah, I don't really have anything to say. It's just a great game, very quick, very fun. And it's just fun. I don't know what else to tell you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is one of those games not a lot of people played. But it's just super good. So now that we have beaten the game, I will show off the secret unlockable scenes in the next episode. But this has been the finale of Let's Play Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law. I will see you in the next Let's Play. Bye-bye.